Hey guys, it's James. Hey, I just wanted to update you. We had our very first rental today on Turo. We had rentals back in 2014 when it was relay rides up in Seattle. But this is the very first rental we had after buying our 2016 Dodge Grand Caravan RT. And I'll give you I'll show you the car a little bit better later. But here it is. We love it. Give you some initial impressions after having our very first renter pick it up and drop it off. He was a Korean gentleman, came in on the Greyhound. We picked him up, or dropped off the car to him at the station there. Initially, he had requested the car for pretty late. It was like at 11 p.m. and I told him that we would be happy to drop it off earlier and that there would be no charge. I didn't know this, but if you make any trip modifications, there's a $25 modification fee. Now, Turo takes a portion of that, but when I found out about it and the fact that it was our first renter, I contacted Turo. I called them on the phone and said, hey, I don't think that we need to charge this guy modification fee. It's still within the 24 hours, so he should only be charged for one day. And he ended up taking our van from El Paso, Texas, up to White Sands National Monument in New Mexico. It's a beautiful place. You can go sledding there in the beautiful white sand. Highly recommend it if you haven't been there. I was very concerned about him going there in our black van. As you can see, the whole interior of the car is black floors and everything. One of the stipulations about renting on Turo is they have to bring it back with a full tank of gas with in the mileage allotted, and that it's been cleaned out. So I did have concerns about him taking it to the white sand, but I didn't need to have any concerns. He took care of the vehicle like a champ, and we were very happy when we got it back. I will say, when we looked at the very back, we have the fold down seats, and so as he was cleaning the vehicle out, he popped off a little plastic retainer clip that the strap in the back jumps onto. So if you're a Turo renter out there and you think that, I'd be interested to hear what your opinions are. Do you charge for that, or is that? I mean, I put some super glue on it, and I put it back on. I think it's probably going to be okay. If not, I can't imagine it being a very expensive clip. I only have 24 hours to file a claim. But the way we got this first rental, I've been advertising on Facebook. I've been advertising on Craigslist, OfferUp, Let Go, all the yard sale pages that I can find on my wife's Facebook account. We've been doing all of them. And this gentleman just saw my vehicle. It was at the top of the list. I think that's partly because it's new, partly because the price was low. And then I set every single option I could to be most beneficial to the renter. So the free delivery if it's within so many miles, I set that pretty high. I didn't charge any extra. I gave him plenty of miles, and then I lowered the price more than I would like. I wouldn't definitely rent this thing out. I lowered the price down to $25. I had been playing around with the price for a while. For those that don't know, the app that comes with it, it will give you a suggested price, and you can let it auto adjust based on the markets. They recommended we rent this van out for $89 a day, and we had no reviews on this vehicle. So what I did is I lowered it down, and I kept lowering it down to $25, and we got our first rental at $25. So off that $25, we only made $18. And that's not enough for us to make this worth it. But we got our first rental, 5 stars. He was happy with us. He left us a good review, and so we're happy about that. And it's good to have that first rental. It took us 4 days from the time we bought it, listed it, to getting it done. So just so you know, that's about how long it took for us to get our first rental. The first few days were very nerve-wracking, and then I woke up one morning and there was an alert on my phone, and sure enough, he was so great. We have no complaints with our first rental. We also booked today a a 4-day stint or 5 days over Christmas. So Christmas Eve, we'll be dropping off the car to the lady flying into the airport, and then she'll have it for 4 days and return it. So that alone was more than a little bit more than a 1 month's payment on the car. So that's good, and that's still pretty discounted. It's still not as much as they recommend that we rent it for. And just comparing it to the other rental companies in town, it is so underpriced right now. But we're excited to get it going. You guys can do it too. I'll tell you, we've had some concerns that we bought too nice of a van. Maybe we should have got a cheaper van to start off with. That's definitely something that I think we might be concerned with in the future. But so far, so good. We haven't regretted our decision yet, and we've been hustling. So there'll be more to come. Follow if you have any questions, and you can see all the mistakes we make from day one of buying a car all the way up to an empire. Right? We're gonna have a huge empire. We're gonna be the Turo owners in El Paso. We're gonna have all sorts of cars. It's gonna be great, and excited for you guys to have that journey with us. So subscribe if you're interested in following us. See what it takes to make a business out of nothing, literally nothing, turn it into something. So thanks. Have a good night.